right. How do you spell important? Is that an E-N-T?
I-N-P-O-R-T-A-N-T.
I did spell it right. Okay, not important. Shy. All right, so we have voices off, track me. We can always work on our packet. Let's go. All right, so 10 of you know you're important. Let me know how many of you think you're not important or don't know if you're important. Somebody tell me my number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Ooh la la.
8. All right, so how many of you are just shy? How many are in the room right now?
21.
21?
Like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have
26 people.
20. Oh Lord.
22 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 24.
24. Consistently 24?
No.
So 10 plus 8 equals
18.
24 minus 18 equals
6.
6. So there's 6 of you that are shy. So 6 of you, you're off the hook. Track me, voices off. So now we have 10 of you who know you're important. 8 of you who feel that either you don't know that you're important or that you're not important. And then there's 6 of you that are shy. Those of you who feel that you are not important, are you willing to share why you feel that way? You can't speak for all 8 of you. Maybe there's one of you who would like to identify because nobody ever told me. Nobody treats me that way. Why are there conversations happening while I'm speaking? Either you're participating in this conversation or you're doing your work. Okay, so none of my 8 would like to disclose why they feel that way, but I am thankful that you're willing to acknowledge that. Those of you who feel important, is there someone here who would like to tell me why you feel you're important? Yes, dear.
Me?
Yes.
Because see, every time people fail, that's the way how to succeed. You always have to fail to succeed. So, you know the important people that made stuff like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or the guy who made Microsoft, I forgot his name. Yeah, they failed, but they kept continuing until they succeeded.
So is failure failure?
Well,
What is failure?
yeah.
What is failure? Give me your ideas. Somebody tell me. The only calling out or voices I want to hear is somebody telling me what failure is. Yes, ma'am.
Maybe when you fail a grade or like a test or something.
But what if we're hearing over here that failure is not an end all? Then what is failure? It starts with a T, has 3 letters. Starts with the T, has 3 letters. What is a failure?
Horse. Because you put T in the
Oh, you said a letter. I was like, okay.
It's not hangman.
Yes, failure is not a failure. Failure is a try. How many of you guys are willing to try something? Give me a number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 people are willing to
Six,
try. Six people are willing to try. Oh Lord. So you're gonna tell me out of the total people that are in this room, which is 24, minus the 6 that are shy, because they would probably not participate. What's 24 minus 6?
18, 20.
All right. So we're gonna say out of the 18 people that are willing to participate in group discussion, depending on the topic, only 6 of you are willing to try. What are the rest of you willing to do? If you're not willing to try, what are the rest of you willing to do? nothing. You're not even willing to try to give you an answer. You're willing just to allow life to happen to you and let your parents tell you what to do? Is that what we're doing? So you want to be dictated to, because a person who tries is willing to take a chance, right? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to try, right? So if you're unwilling to go into the unknown, then that means you're willing to allow someone to tell you what to do. Is that where the rest of our class is?
No.
So we gotta have another answer. Don't let me speak for you. We got 6 people that are willing to try. We got 18 people willing to participate in this conversation. Okay? So, what's 18 minus 6?
12? 12.
Good job. He's like, hold on. Hey, I'm a finger counter. I'm cool.
Yeah, fingers are okay.
So we have 12 people who, what do you do? If you're not willing to try, you don't want to be dictated to, what are we out here doing? I get it, you're 11, you're 12, is that your age range?
No, I'm 10.
10, 11, 12, is that our age range? Okay, I get it. Up until this point, people have told you what to do. Do you like that? Sometimes. Shoot. Someone told me to come to work today. I was like, okay.
Sometimes I still as an adult, I have to be told things and I don't have a choice sometimes. That's because it's my job.
Exactly.
I want to keep it.
Exactly. So now we're moving into choice.
We have choices.
Yeah, now we're moving into choice and we're moving into required. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Things are required.
I know that I have 18 people willing to communicate with me, which I love. 6 of you are willing to try. How many are okay with being dictated to? Give me a number.
0.
0? So what? Where's my 12? What's going on? Yes, ma'am.
I'm willing to try. Like being told to do.
You like being told to do? You like that? No?
She asked what dictated is.
Oh, being told what to do. Yes. Like, when I asked you to, I want to give you an example so you understand. When I asked you to move, I could have said, you move. Then I was dictating. But instead, my dictation was, I want someone to move. That's me telling you, right? But I said, you can choose who moves. So, an adult can dictate to you, but in that dictation, give you a choice. But you have to have the, what is called emotional maturity to make the choice for yourself, right? Yes? No? Maybe so? I see a head nod. Okay, so I'll let you guys off of try, and we're going to move back to choice versus required. So if we have 10 people who believe the state of misery and being miserable, and we have identified those who are choosing to talk while I'm talking, we have identified that the state of misery in the back room corner, ladies, that's fine. Just give me until lunch and you can have that conversation. Write notes. What happened to the generation that writes notes? Y'all don't write notes and then pass notes to each other?
Yeah, we do. We can
We still do that, but like.
If we do that, then we're gonna read it out loud.
I'm not. I would rather, look, I'm not fighting with y'all. I tried my battle this morning and I lost the battle. So look, if y'all still want to communicate because you do not want to engage in this discussion, if you want to work on your packet, communicate silently. I really am not concerned with what you have to say to your friend, and I get it. Yes, dear. You can read.
Miss, you're very cool.
I'm not here to dictate. I'm not here to bully you. I'm here to just make sure you guys are safe. But anyway, so those of you, I have 10 people who said the state of misery is a choice, which means that 8 of you feel that misery is required. Can we make that assessment? Can we say yes, that's true?
Not 8 of you.
No? All right, so Here we go. Raise your hand if you feel to feel miserable is required. Tell me how many hands.
1, 2. Nope. 3. What's the question, Miss?
Miserable. Some people feel to be miserable is a choice, and some feel it's required. I have to feel miserable. How many people feel I have to feel miserable?
1.
1 or 2?
I see 1 hand.
1. All right. 2, 1. All right, so now we have a undecided or not voted. All right, so let's move on to the actual discussion. We have a couple of talking points that we could talk about. First and foremost, every single individual in this room, you are important. Regardless of what people say to you, regardless of how people treat you, you are important. Do you understand? Now you determine your importance. You determine your value to yourself. You determine your value to your family. You determine your value to society. Okay? Society doesn't tell you your value. Your family doesn't tell you your value. That starts with you. So, of my 24 people, active or not, that's in my classroom, every single one of you are important. Those of you who either don't know if you're important, 3, water, yes. Those of you who identify either you don't know if you're important or you don't think that you're important, it is your assignment today, if you choose to accept it. This is all for you. It's not for me, it's for you. Because if you want to feel important, if that's something you desire for yourself, I'm going to help you achieve that goal, which is your assignment, if you choose to accept it. Write down your top 3 reasons why you feel that you're not important or you don't know why you're important. You don't have to go crazy, but if we start with 3 reasons why, either I believe that I'm not important, or I don't know if I'm important, now we can build from that, and we can look at that first reason and say, why do I feel that way? So, whether you feel important or not, just for open discussion, what is a reason why a person might feel unimportant? Depression? We have depression at 11?
Yeah.
I don't know. When I was a kid, depression wasn't a thing, so I don't know what's going on presently. So you let me know. So depression, spell it for me. A?
Wait, no.
Depre-
No, it's E.
Anybody else got it?
S-I-O-N.
Thank you. All right, so depression is potentially a reason why. Yes, dear. Oh, yes, yes.
You want to feel invisible, something?
Invisible, so unseen, invisible, okay. I can spell unseen. I'm gonna need help with invisible. I think. I-N-V-I-S-A-B-L-E or I-B-L-E? A or I? I-B-L-E. All right, so depression, feeling unseen or invisible. These are reasons why a person can potentially either believe that they're unimportant or know that they're unimportant. Because believe and know are 2 different things. Do you guys
You can have Silas.
Silence.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Do we know that believe and know are 2 different things? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? No? Okay. All right. I don't want to crush anybody. All right, so Christmas. I think I could talk about Christmas. There's an individual associated with Christmas that, real or no?
Santa Claus?
I didn't say it. Real or not?
No.
Okay, I don't know. Hey, I'm not. So there might be someone in here who still believes in Santa Claus. No?
I believe in Santa Claus.
So boom. So here we go. Those of you who may or may not understand the difference between believe and know. At some point in your life, if it was something within your family structure, I shouldn't hear voices. I've given you the opportunity to talk to each other in written form, so please choose that. At some point in your life, you believed in Santa Claus if it was allowed, and whatever your family structure is, you insert something that in your youth you believed in. Some point in your life, you moved into a space of knowing that Santa Claus wasn't real. Do you guys understand that example?
Real? No, what?
Look, you already told me. You already let me know that I could have this conversation without pressure. Now, sis right here, I might have broke her thing, and I might get an email for ruining her illusion, but I know. I might get called to the table for that one. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
You were building about his dream.
All right, trap me. Trap me. Okay, trap me. I would like for your voices off. So, we move from a space of belief into a space of knowing. So my question is, I just use Santa Claus because that's universal enough for us to say we believed in something and now we know. So if we want to move through our lives, do we want to one finger up if you want to believe in something, two fingers up if you want to know something? Boom, you can be both. Or three, circumstantial, okay. So those of you willing to participate, we have, it depends on the circumstances, or I want to know. There's way too many voices. Because there are some of your classmates that do want to participate in this conversation. Just because you don't want to participate in this conversation, can we acknowledge that some of our classmates do? So can we respect them and keep our voices off? Let's not move in our own personal agenda. You want to talk. But Miss Taylor, give me a second. Miss Taylor is asking you to not. So to choose to do the opposite, you're choosing disrespect. Some of your classmates actually do want to hear what's going on and participate in what's going on. So for you to choose to talk, you're choosing disrespect. And now you have to ask yourself, why are you choosing to disrespect the authority in the classroom? Someone who's really trying to work with you. And why are you choosing to disrupt your classmates' learning environment? Because if you were trying to learn something, you probably would want somebody to respect you too. So those are two spaces that chosen disrespect is happening. Keep your voices off. If you don't know, my whole point is know and believe. If you believe that you're not important, you don't know if you're not important. Just like you used to believe in the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, whatever, and then you moved into a space of knowing. Stop talking. Let me wrap this up with the people because I want to speak to you. Work to a space where you know that you're important. Because right now you believe something, but anything you could believe can be debunked and changed. Move into a space of knowing. And just like, if one of the things that you've written down, I want to give you further assignment before you guys go. One of the things you've written down, depression, you feel invisible. Of those things, now you're going to ask yourself why. So those of you who are doing the assignment, ask yourself why. Why do I feel invisible? Write an answer down.
Goofy, they test
Because people don't talk to me. And then you say, okay, why don't people talk to me? Because I shrink myself when I'm in a room. When people speak to me, I make myself small so nobody notices me. Why do you shrink yourself? What's word? Because the exciting news is you're stuck with me.
Bravo.
had to do me though, right? You couldn't let me feel good about that. You were just like, but not for long. You're gonna play me like that. It's okay.
I want you to stay. You're fun. I want you to be our teacher.
Y'all literally having conversations while I'm talking about, oh, but I love you. You're not demonstrating that you love me. Track me real quick because I was rushing through this, but I really want those of you who know you're important, boom, you're there already. But there's at least 8 individuals and potentially 6 more in our room who do not know that they're important. So what I want to do is help you understand that right now you believe, which is intangible, which is a moving target, right? I think you guys like me because I let you do what you want necessarily, not necessarily that you like me. I'm picking up what you put down in that back corner. All right, voices off. So now we're writing down the 3 reasons why we feel unimportant. The examples that we received was potentially depression or feeling invisible. Now you're going to ask yourself why. Why do I feel depression? Every single one of you, I believe, in here said you can feel depression at our age. So if you ever find yourself in a space where you feel that way, let me help you learn how to talk yourself out of the state of depression. Okay? Why do I feel this way? Well, at least one of you believe it's required for you to feel miserable, so you may feel it's required for you to feel depressed. How many feel it's a choice to feel depression? How many feel it's required to feel depression? How many feel it's a choice? 3? 3? All right. How many feel it's required? Give me a number. 9? 0 feel it's required. So that of the 18 people that are willing to participate, I have 3 telling me that it's a choice. Voices off. All right, so aside from chemical imbalances, I won't speak to that. Sometimes you got some things going on within yourself that you can't control. So if you feel that you feel sad all the time, I mean, you could be at your birthday party and everybody's celebrating you and you still feel sad all the time. You could be eating your favorite food and you're still sad. Voices off. I don't want chatter. If you would like to communicate with your peer, get a pen and paper. I love y'all. Anyway, you guys are teaching me so much, so I love you for that. I understand when I stop talking, that is your indication to stop talking. Not when I start talking. When I start talking, you all start talking, those of you who choose to talk, not everyone. But when I stop talking, y'all stop talking. That's something. So you taught me something, so I love you for that. I love people that teach me things. Yes, dear. Where does the who? There's a mirror. It broke. I know, right? So anyway, here we go. Aside from chatter down, track me. Aside from chemical imbalances, I feel there are certain aspects of depression. Oh, if you just never feel happy, please communicate that to your parents because there could be something going on inside of you that you may need some more support for. So please communicate that to your parents. Don't struggle. You don't have to. In silence, you don't have to. I don't care what anybody has shown you. Like, you know your home circumstances, but please speak up. And if you go to your mom and dad and say, I'm really struggling with being sad all the time. I had to talk. I'll keep that story to myself. Go to your parents.
My mom said it's really going to church.
And when you go to church, go find an adult and say, this is what I'm experiencing. Because when you go to church, you'll be led to speak to someone who may lead you to speak to someone. We don't know how many adults you're gonna have to talk to. My son just had an incident at school that he went to one set of adults, didn't help him. Another set of adults, didn't help him. Went home and talked to me and his dad, but because he talked to us in the middle of the night and I was sick, cause y'all got me sick.
Y'all.
Yeah, the child species. I was subbing last week. Man, it took 2 days in this environment and I was out for the whole weekend. So I couldn't even talk this weekend, but my voice is back, y'all. But anyway.
I saw you.
You saw in the hallways? And so, my son had to talk to several adults before he got help, is my point. Okay? So if you do go to your parent and they say, go talk to somebody else about it, go talk to somebody else about it. Somebody's going to help you. Do not suffer in silence. Talk to your favorite teacher. Talk to somebody. Don't talk to your peers because your peers are probably not going to know how to help you. Yes, dear.
If I follow them,
Excuse me, I can't hear your classmate because you're talking. We're making drinks.
Thirsty.
Is this a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go off. I'm listening. I'm trying to listen to your peer though, so please stop talking.
they're just gonna stand too young for that.
Well, see, I thought that too. I thought, because when I was a child, I just was sad. I was just sad. I felt invisible. I was bullied. I just wanted to disappear. And I just went home every day and played in the mud in my backyard. And I survived my childhood. So, I would say, find your favorite adult, okay? Whoever that is. Say that again. Find your second favorite adult. Or older sibling. I'm trying to help you, friend. What I'm saying is find someone that you can talk to that can give you information and give you wisdom and give you tools to work yourself through. But since I have you here, I'm going to help you work, not you specifically, but I'm going to help you guys and give you tools to help you work through. I really feel sad. The first thing you're going to ask is, why? Why do I really feel sad? What is the reason why a person might really feel sad, miserable, or depressed? Don't all answer at once. What is the reason why a person potentially can feel sad, miserable, or depressed? The reason why I'm asking this question is some of us, as you guys have identified, don't have anyone to talk to. It's just you solo dolo.
Yep. You did?
Is that a full-on across the room conversation? Pass the note to help the conversation. All right, and I'm really, look, we only may have one time together, right? You may never see me in your classroom in this capacity again. You may see me in the hallways, and if you get a chance to stop and talk to me, but the way y'all schedule is so whoever's making that noise, please stop. The way y'all schedule is, you ain't got time to get me. So please get this information down. So I am, for those of you who don't have anyone to talk to, you have to talk to yourself. I know. But I'm going to teach you how to talk to yourself. Yes, dear. Okay, the young lady in the corner asked me about where'd the mirror go.
Who?
Sis in the corner. Duh.
girl, you don't talk to a teacher like that.
Girl,
Talking to them.
she wasn't talking to me.
I come to the class.
She was just saying, yo, you know her name, stop playing.
The girl, my husband, we like to look at her stuff in it.
I mean,
Make sure we don't look right.
I see the beauty routine, I see it, and I respect it. But, back focus.
You have a mirror?
Yo,
The
I don't have a mirror.
Just go to the bathroom. Go to Mrs. Ice class.
Sis, you look good. Look, no, hold up, real quick. You don't want to be that way. Hold up, let me speak to Frida. I want to talk to you real quick. Because what you guys are doing, because you identify with this is what's important to you. I get it. But the need to look in the mirror, the need to flip the hair, the need to present a certain way. Listen, you are starting to become a character of yourself. And this is no disrespect. You don't understand what I'm saying? I'm like 3 times your age. So I'm just speaking to you. Listen, because I've been where you've been, right? I've been 20. I've been to the club. I've been.
You're 30?
Can you stop trying to figure out my age and get this message?
Oh, 3 times.
So what I'm saying is I've been hurt. And what I want to say is, no, you look good. And your good is in your confidence. The good is in your walk. Your good is in how you present yourself. Your good isn't every 5 seconds I gotta go look in the mirror. Your good is in I know who I am. So that is what you should be developing. You understand? So when you put your lashes on this morning, when you put your face on this morning, first of all, use a quality foundation so you don't have to worry about it lifting throughout the day. Find your makeup type. Find your makeup that goes with your skin type so that you don't have to worry about your stuff shifting. You may have to reapply a little lip, but you understand, you pay attention. I'm trying to teach you. So you'll never need a mirror, okay? This is what I'm teaching you. The need to go and do in order to feel like you're her is not what you want to connect yourself to. You want to know you're her, period, okay? So that's what I'm giving you. You need to know yourself without looking in the mirror. So when you do have to reapply your lip, you know your lip line. You know, You got your stuff. So you don't need a mirror to reapply. You understand what your lips feel like when you do need to reapply. Because all the time you're looking in the mirror, you're actually learning yourself. You're not depending on the mirror. You understand? You have created a dependency on something outside of yourself to know who you are. And the goal is to use that outside of yourself to know who you are. So as you sit in that corner, you know you're her. And it's all energy. You know what I'm saying? You sit with confidence. There's young ladies in this room who don't have a spot of makeup on, ain't got no lashes, ain't got no hair, ain't got nothing. No, I'm not talking against you. I'm teaching every single person in this room. No, listen. And they know who they are because their energy presents that. Okay? Do you ladies understand what I'm saying? So there's other things that need to be developed besides your makeup routine. Your ability to sit in a room and know who you are because you're confident in who you are. You know you're important, okay? So these are also the things that you guys need to be working on. So this conversation that you may or may not be paying attention to, this is what's gonna get you, not just out here, her, but in here, her, okay? And that should be your goal because once you're in here, her, can't nobody tell you nothing. And that should be your goal. You understand? And then there's other ones in here who have it, but they don't have it out here. And so now they're shrinking themselves and they're feeling invisible. And so now I'm about to teach them how to pull that out of them and feel their confidence too. But every 5 seconds, you gotta stop and say, please stop talking, please stop talking. So you just gotta know how you present. First of all, when I asked you what your name was and you chose that's the sign of not being confident. That's the sign of you not feeling important. Make sure people know who you are. Not because you're loud and disruptive, because when you enter a room, people know that you enter a room. All right, boom. All right, track me. I have an original question that I would like to move forward. Thank you. Thank you. Because there's some people who actually want to get this information.
Miss Taylor, stop.
Miss Taylor is talking. Can we? Now I want to talk to those of you who have no one to talk to. Boom. Here's how we got to the mirror. Can you talk to a dog?
Yes.
My answer would be, we're all mirrors. When you have friends who grow you, who make you feel good, because right now friendship is mean. Like, your best friend, if you really sit and think about it, is probably a mean person, because they don't know how to be nice. And a lot of us tolerate our friends, you know, all these different things, okay? So, but you can get to a space in your friendships where whenever you sit down with your friend, y'all are growing each other. So this is what's called the mirroring technique. To answer your question, dear. What, I believe I can say spirit.
Yeah.
All right. So what spirit will do, if you have a problem, you can go to your dog and say, I have this problem. I'm talking to the person who asked about the dog.
What?
Sits right here. But we got sidetracked by the mirror because what I want to tell you about is the mirroring technique, which means people are reflections, right? Somebody in this room is really listening to me because I'm answering a question that they've had. So I came in this room not because I was like, oh, I'm about to, No, I came in this room because y'all was about to fill out a packet. But when I walked in here, they were like, you gotta fill 4 hours out. I was like, well, they're gonna be done with this in 2 seconds. But as soon as I saw the packet, I saw the word miserable. And I was like, I could fill 4 hours teaching that word. So that's why we're here. But understand, I'm here because somebody, at least one person in this room, I know why I'm in this room. You all have to figure out why you're in this room. Voices off. You have to figure out why you're in this room. And somebody in here needs this, and therefore I am mirroring into you. So let's look at, what is this thing called?
Projector.
Projector. What does a projector do? A projector projects. All right. So think of yourself, voices off. I'm teaching you something valuable. Turn your voices off. Turn your voices off. I'm teaching you something valuable. All right, so this is a projector. A projector projects. So that means every single one of us are little projectors. Whatever we're feeling inside, we project into the outside world. So if we feel depressed, chances are the world's picking that up. If we feel invisible, chances are the world's picking that up. If we feel miserable, if we feel not important or important, chances are the world's picking that up because we're all little projectors. But once you start aligning with people who are mirrors and can project back to you, now your dog is projecting back to you and giving you an opportunity to start having those conversations with yourself. So you know, Fido, I'm having a really hard day today. And Fido looks at you and you're like, I know, Fido, here's what made my day hard. And Fido is just sitting there giving you an opportunity to talk to you. Ooh, wait, journal. Do you journal?
What you said?
Boom. That's where you get it off you. Write about it. Yes, dear. Come closer. Okay. Stay focused. I want to finish too. You want to do your whole set. I want to do my whole set. I'm your opening act. Relax. I'm warming the crowd up for you. Warm them up. Yeah. Are you a headliner or are you an opening act? Then relax and chill. You in the back in the green room. Let me get the crowd ready for you. All right. So let me wrap this up because my headliner is telling me I'm taking too much time.
Wait, who?
My headliner.
Your headliner. Be quiet. I never speak.
All right, so journal. See, let me share you. Me too, sis, me too. Y'all like my backpack?
Yeah.
I see you I see a couple sometimes that I journal. I put my little message on the brim. Little inspiration thing. The last thing I wrote was winners win. And so voices off. When I finished my journal, my son was like, "Did you finish your winners win?" And this one says, "Trust the plan." So write a little inspirational something on the. I'm saying. But I'm talking to someone specific. Write a little piece of inspiration on the thing and work through your inspiration. I journal for hours. And how I started was, I'm gonna stop singling you out because you feel nervous. Looks like today I feel whatever it is you're working through. We're going to say invisible because you offered that. Not because you feel it, but you answered the question, right? So today I feel invisible. Why do I feel invisible? And you're talking to yourself. So if we were journaling, today I feel invisible. And I put a little dash right there, okay? And then I put another dash. Turn your voices off. And I say why? Because I'm talking to myself. So let me finish this. I'm going to teach you guys how to help yourselves if you do not have an adult to talk to. All right. So you're going to say, today I feel invisible. Why do you feel invisible? You're talking to yourself. I feel invisible because I was walking through the hallway and people kept bumping into me. Why did people keep bumping into you? They don't respect me. They don't like me. I don't know. People in my class, in my school are this. I was standing in the middle of the walkway, whatever it is. Why? Why did you choose to stand in the middle of the way? Why do you allow people to run into you? Why do you feel that you're worthy to be walked over? Ask yourself why. Continue to ask yourself why until you say, oh, that's why I allow this to happen to me. A lot of you, go ahead. As long as there's a pass, just let me know. A lot of you, all right, so ask yourself why until you figure out why, and you can work yourself through. I'll leave it at that. Coming to the stage.